Now on today's video, I'm going to show how I polish some aluminum motorcycle parts. The same technique would apply to almost any part. In this case, makes it a lot easier if you can take it off the motorcycle. If it's part on the bike, then you have to come up with some other unique way using an electric drill or whatever, but I'm going to show that also, just so you can see both methods. Some of these parts have been neglected over a winter of riding in salt, and they get very, very deteriorated. And what I like to do is at the end of every winter, refresh them, renew them. Using the method that I show on this video, it's relatively straightforward, relatively easy to do. And at the end, I just think the bike looks a whole lot nicer. So step one is just to look around at what, these are 10-year-old parts. And we're trying to maintain this motorcycle, of course, to better than new condition. This is going to be one step in that process, and I say it over and over again, there's no part of this costs a lot of money. It's a little bit of work and good exercise, I guess, is not the really good way of putting it. Anyway, you can see that time has taken its toll on, as it does with all motorcycles, and these are driving motorcycles that we ride all the time, and we tend to ride them a little rough sometimes. All these parts, when I'm done with them, hopefully are going to look a lot nicer than they do. We have an eclectic mix of painted parts, aluminum parts, steel, and even the nut that goes on the end here. First thing, of course, is get some simple green and get all the grease and whatever off of it. And because this is a casting, it's aluminum casting, this should probably polish up really, really nice. But boy, when you come in out of the tundra, that cup of coffee, that's the key to life. Now, I always think a motorcycle, and this is a 10-year-old motorcycle, 9-year-old motorcycle, it's exactly like the 100-year-old house that I live in. If you do the maintenance regularly and catch things before they get too rusty and too corroded, you'll probably have a good time. When you let things go, boy, it's like letting your health go. It goes downhill really quick. Now, in the interest of sharing some good information that'll make your enjoyment of these kind of things better, simple green. Here's the reason for not, and I found this out actually the hard way several times. If you take a part over to the wire wheel or the buffing wheel or anywhere that's loaded up with grease usually has the equivalent of grinding compound in it from sucking up dust and dirt and road salt and everything. But that's the real reason, is you don't want to contaminate the wheel, and you just make extra work for yourself either way. Now, if these parts were really, really bad, well, we would go to plan B, soak them in a tub of it, but this is just superficial grease. But again, I don't want to contaminate my polishing wheel or the wire wheel. I do want to get, for each piece I do, get as much of the grease off as possible. And I haven't found anything better or cheaper than simple green, to be honest. So once that's clean, now we can go over to start taking some of that finish off. It looks like it has a painted finish, and then we'll polish it. So before I start working on any part, I want to see what I have to deal with. This is, and I'm just taking a wild guess, this is a silver painted finish over some kind of plating, and it always seems like the Kawasaki parts have a black plating. They must plate all these in some kind of material that makes the paint adhere. But as all things, time has taken its toll, and you have corrosion, and that corrosion is happening, in this case, it's happening under the paint. And so one of the things that's nice, when you have a polished part, you always have the choice, even without taking a motorcycle apart, of just taking some FLITZ or some polish and repolishing it. But when it's got things like this is going to, in the next year or so, is going to peel and chip and flake off. So actually, we've picked a good time in the motorcycle's life to do some of these little upgrades. I wanted to mention another thing that's a really good idea. I try to, at the beginning or maybe even during a session, when I'm doing buffing or polishing or anything, especially working on a wire wheel, have the safety glasses nice and clean. Now it seems like the finish that's on there is coming off relatively easily. All right, with all the paint off, it's time to go to the blue wheel, the soft blue wheel, and just try to get some of the scratches out of it. And these wheels are available at Harbor Freight. They're so cheap, and they really do work great, especially in this type of a little job. And the blue wheels, they generally take some of the scratches that the wire wheel leaves in. And the next step on this, once it's cleaned up, will be the buffing wheel. Now what we'll do is we'll start with the black rouge, which is the roughest. Get as many scratches out as we can. And then take some of the red rouge, rake the wheel, clean off as much as we can. And of course, it would be nice if we were professionals, we'd have 3 wheels. But this serves our purpose. And even though this is not the right way to do it, this has gotten us some nice parts in the past. And the white finishes the job up. And then the final thing is we're going to polish everything with FLITZ. Try to get that beeswax protection on this for 6 months. And the last step on this is going to be our FLITZ. And I know I still can't get out of the habit of putting too much of this on. If you do it this way, it really stacks the deck in your favor. But I have really come to find a lot of good uses for this buffing ball, FLITZ buffing ball. What we're looking for, the main thing, is the beeswax protection. Now I always like to look at a little before and after. Now needless to say, if we had real friends, they'd come and polish that part so I could move on. We'll get these 2 done and move on to the next part. That came out nice. Aluminum almost always, and I love the look of polished aluminum. I don't know why. I love the look of polished aluminum, and not crazy about flat black. So, and needless to say, the second part always goes just a little quicker because you get in a rhythm, you get a little speed going. Well, these 2 are in the bank. Okay, the next step on this is going to be the axle. You can see the axle's had a rough a couple of months out in the salt. We've been riding this bike regularly, and I always like to clean it up. Another trick is when I put this back, I will always put a little bit of wheel bearing grease or something on it so it slides in and out without having to hammer it to death. Oh, it's the same procedure for all of the hardware. I get that done and get that coat of FLITZ wax on here. I call it wax, but FLITZ beeswax. Yep. I like using hardware. It's nice and clean. A couple more parts to do on this and we'll be ready for reassembly. And there's 2 little ends to the swing arm, and you can see they've had the same issues. Riding on salty roads, riding in the rain. There's just no way. When you have a daily driver, they take a lot of abuse. Now this is a different material, so it's taking a little more effort to get the paint off. That gets some of the scratches out, and we'll be ready for the buffing wheel soon. So right there you can see a little bit of the before and after. I guess it's gonna be a nice little upgrade to what we have here, the rusty salty part. But this is what happens after 10 years of riding a bike, 9 years. Through the magic of video, the second part gets polished in 14 seconds. And unfortunately, in the real world, it's about 15 minutes. Now the final two parts, all we have to do here, it's going to be pretty simple. Just degrease them, and I want to clean off the threads. And then we're ready for reassembly. But what's happening, it's running pretty late into the day, and we're going to have to go get our grandson pretty soon. Now these parts don't need to be polished, but they did clean up really nice, especially the threads. You don't see these, they're inside the swing and arm. But I wanted to have them clean to start the reassembly. So you can figure out yourself, you can look at any combination of these things. The parts you see, the parts you don't see. That'll be a lot more fun, and tomorrow we'll put the bike back together. Now the techniques I've shown on this video, they really apply to a lot of little parts on every motorcycle. And I've done, again, in a methodical way. The rule is once I have a part taken off the bike, it's always easier to take it down to the buffing wheel. And I think it just makes the bike that much easier to maintain, that much nicer to look at. And I guess to a certain degree, if you're a person that buys and sells bikes, it keeps the resale value up, that the bike doesn't get all corroded and everything. But there's a lot of reasons for doing this. One of them is just for the satisfaction of having some polished parts on the bike. And when you pull up to one that has parts that aren't polished, I think it always looks a little nicer. And it's just personal taste anyway. On the case of my FZR polishing the frame, that was a labor of love. Polishing the wheels, a labor of love. But these little parts, especially aluminum parts, if you have the inexpensive Harbor Freight buffing wheel, it's about $70, and for under $100, including all the rouges and everything, you can polish parts anytime you have them off the bike. And I think in the case of my humble collection, because I do that on a methodical basis, in the end of years that go by, and at the end of a winter when all the salt is on the road and you're riding through that crappy weather, the bikes tend to look a lot nicer, last a lot longer, and I think just look a little cooler. Now, if you're new to our channel, we have a very, very eclectic channel. One of the new features we have now is some of the videos are grouped into groups that you can access all the videos for one category in one mouse click. And it should be very convenient and very handy. Just check out the feature on the main screen playlist. And thanks to everybody for supporting the channel. We appreciate your support, and it makes this channel possible with all the things we do, the painting, the wheels, the polishing. And please take a second or two and hit the like button. and thanks everyone for watching.